It's time to meet tonight's guests. Please welcome David Oyelowo, will.i.am and Sir Tom Jones. Welcome.
Good to see you all. We were just watching that, and Tom, you went, I used to work on a market stall.
I used to work on the market, yes.
Yeah, go on then. What were you selling?
Market.
Were you?
Yeah, when I was 15. And the fella that I was working for, he said, always say last few pieces, ladies.
Okay.
And there's loads of them under the counter. But that was the pitch, you know.
Yeah.
Go on now, ladies, last few pieces.
Yeah, get them while you can.
Exactly. So
Strong
I did.
strategy.
And I sold vacuum cleaners door to door.
Did you? Varied career, Sir Tom. Varied career.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I hope I picked the right one, though.
We think you did. Will, first jobs?
My first job? I never had a job.
Oh. Tell us more.
Well, just never really worked. Music was my career since high school. Had a record deal in the 12th grade, like beginning of like 17 turning 18. So I never really had a proper job.
Just gifting us with music for free. Well, not for free, but gifting us with music, which was free.
Well, now that it's on Spotify, it feels like free. Sorry.
David, great to see you. And you're very excited to be on the sofa with Will, but not the first time that you've sat near each other, we hear.
I know. Will doesn't know this. We haven't met officially, but I remember a plane journey. You were sat behind me, and I walked onto the plane, and I went, oh, my gosh, that's will.i.am.
That's what I said about you.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
No. Oh, my gosh, how cool is this?
I mean, how many times I get on the airplane and I see the dude that played Martin Luther King? Like, come on, bro.
That's so crazy, because I saw you, I went, oh my gosh, I'm not going to introduce myself, I'm not going to make myself look crazy. But you know what I was so impressed with? Your hair was so incredibly shaped, and you kept it that way for 11 hours on a plane.
Oh, that's when I had my step?
Yeah. How do you do that? I don't even know how you do that. I'm easily impressed, obviously. But oh my gosh, so we both knew each other, but we didn't say anything. So nice to meet you, Will, properly.
Good to meet you too. One show, bringing people together.
You too.
Now, Tom and Will, when it comes to The Voice, which we are so excited that is returning, you guys are all about supporting new talent, discovering new artists. What keeps you returning to the show? Why do you love it so much?
Well, I like listening to new voices, and hopefully I can give some advice. So it's a perfect job for me. Well, it's not really a job. It's something that I love to do. Yeah. And I still feel the same way now, because this is the 13th show, right? 13th series.
Yeah, 13 years.
So I still feel the same way now as I did when we started, because you get new voices all the time, new people coming on. And as much as I can help, I do. Yeah. Tell them, hopefully, not to try and avoid things that you come up against.
I mean, it's wonderful to hear the contestants, because there's always such a high standard. But the thing that people love is when you as coaches collaborate together and do a performance. And I think we've got an exclusive look at you doing a number. Here it is.
I'm a black winged dove. She a glamorous picture. I'm a black winged dove.
Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh.
Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, say ooh.
Just like a white-winged dove sings a song, sounds like she's singing.
First up, excellent song selection. Stevie Nicks, Edge of 17. We see 5 coaches there, not your usual 4. Can you tell us about who's joining us? Because this isn't just an ultimate game of musical chairs, is it?
So we have Leon Rhymes, who's like, wow, powerhouse, awesome improvisational singer with soul and class and country and rock. She's like amazing addition to the panel, as well as Tom and Danny from McFly. And they're the double-headed dragon on the show this year. And, their antics are fun and joyful and playful. And, there's some surprises that they're going to bring on this season of The Voice. And this season of The Voice is like, Tom, if you agree, is so big. It feels like it's the first year.
Right.
And if we've been doing it for 13 years, and it feels like, yo, if you know what that means, it just, when words can't describe it, it's just a feeling like, hey, we here.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah.
That's exciting though, isn't it? To keep it fresh after that time is great.
Now, Tom, I have a feeling that your good friend Elvis Presley,
Yes.
which we love,
He partied with Elvis.
Well, you know.
if he was still here today, I think he'd be a great mentor to join you on the show, right? Because he was a great advice giver, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. If you could understand him.
Tell us, what advice did he give you when you could understand him?
Okay. Well, when I got to Vegas, 1968, and then Elvis came to the show, and he said to me, "Great show, Tom," but he said those standards, we leave those to Frank Sinatra. And I loved it when he said we. You know, we don't do those songs. And then I was talking to Frank Sinatra another night, and he said, "Tom, forget that rock and roll stuff. You know, you need to do more jazz." So I'm thinking, wow, what a position to be in. Elvis is telling me to go one way, and Frank Sinatra is telling me to go another way. So here I am in the middle.
God.
And doing both.
And who's still standing?
But I'm still standing. Yeah.
David, we know, obviously, fantastic actor. But we wondered, is singing one of your many talents?
Wait, you sing?
You're not getting me to do that on this
Yeah.
show. Not with these two on the couch. You
trying to
must
go in
be
the studio,
joking.
my dude?
No, I am not.
Have you got a bit of a tune in you, though?
Oh, you guys.
What's your
no.
karaoke song, David?
I love James Brown, and I'm not doing it on the show.
We wouldn't ask you.
I feel good. Come on.
I met my wife doing a musical, actually, but she's the singer in the family, and my eldest son is actually a professional singer. So I'm an actor who sings. They are actually singers.
Can you
Okay.
act like a singer, though?
I played Muddy Waters.
Well, let's
in
go
a
in the
movie.
studio.
Oh, okay. okay. I
Muddy
played
Water?
Muddy Waters in the movie. Yeah.
Wow. You knew Muddy Waters?
Yeah, well, come
Yeah, that was an amazing experience. Yeah.
New little collaboration
Oh,
going on
love to see
here.
it.
Yeah,
Truly,
you heard it here first.
Thank you so much. You can watch The Voice on ITV1 and ITVX from Saturday, the 31st of August at 8 p.m. Now then, still to come tonight, we'll be hearing how David is working hard to remember his lines for his return to Shakespeare.
But before that, now in a minute, we're going to be chatting to you, David, about taking to the stage for Shakespeare's Coriolanus. It's not a short play, and in recent reports, it's been suggested that intervals in the theatre could become a thing of the past. Would that be a good thing? Well, here's what the people of London's West End have to say.
I'm really surprised to even hear that they're thinking of getting rid of the interval because it's an integral part of the show.
The intervals are very important because being able to go buy ice cream, have a drink, obviously catch up, say, how's it going so far?
Intervals help it be more accessible for families, so you can stretch out and then come back again a bit more refreshed.
I have to go for a pee, at least, or a glass of champagne.
If there was no interval, I probably wouldn't have a drink because I wouldn't want to get a while the show was going on and miss anything.
Not only is it disruptive for you as a crowd having to keep standing up to let people pass, but what's it going to be like for the performers? Even in the middle of a row and the kids need to get out to use the bathroom or whatever, it's going to be an absolute nightmare.
If the interval did get scrapped, I wouldn't really like to go because it's just too much to take in if it's just going on and on.
If it's a modern piece, which lasted at the end 1.5 hours, I prefer not to make a break.
I think maybe the first or second time it'll be like, oh, this is different, but then I'll get used to it.
Oh, I can't be on the fence. I love an interval.
Stretch the legs.
Stretch the legs is
Get
part
some
of the
snacks.
experience. But David, interestingly, what do you think?
I would be very sad to lose intervals. I think if it's a shorter play, that makes sense. But, what was just said there about a loo break, it's also time to socialise with people. I also think it's one of the distinguishing elements in terms of going to the cinema, just that there is something about that moment of congregating in the interval that makes it feel special.
Yes.
I would like to do intervals at our show.
You wouldn't?
I would.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Note to the producers, I'm sure they're watching.
Yeah.
We can organise that for you, Will.
No, I think borrowing from that craft into, you know, shows and concerts, or even movie theaters, you know, because we're so used to binge watching content now, that, you know, going to a traditional, you know, movie theater or a concert, if there was intervals built into the entertainment itself, that you could get creative on how you want the interval experience to be. Right? So that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, David, as we mentioned, you are about to start on stage at the National Theatre in Shakespeare's Coriolanus. No interval there or interval? What
no, interval. No, we definitely are having an interval. It's a Shakespeare play, so
how long is it?
on the. It will probably be in the 2.5 hour region. Don't say it like that. Will.
No.
We're trying to get the people to come.
Damn in a good way, bro.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
damn, hell
damn
yeah.
in a good way.
Entertainment, bro.
In a good way.
My money's worth. You know what I'm saying? My money's
People who aren't familiar with this particular work of Shakespeare from the other will.i.am, what can you tell us about it?
So Coriolanus is Rome's greatest warrior. He's celebrated as such, but then that's me.
Muscles.
That's how you need the muscles. But then he is urged to be a political leader, and that is something he doesn't particularly want to do because his opinions are very strong. He expresses those opinions as expected. People don't like them. He ends up being banished for them, and he is not a guy you want on the outside of your society. And so now that Rome has banished him, it goes really awry.
Wow. Well, let's take a look at the trailer for the play.
My name is Caius Marcius, who hath done to thee particularly, and to all the Volskis, great hurt and mischief. Thereto witness may my surname, Coriolanus.
David, you're one of our most celebrated actors, but that is like a massive memory test, isn't it? And by your own admission, it's tricky sometimes to remember.
It's for sure, it's tricky. Earlier in my career, and I will stress this because I did something I'm not very proud of. I was doing a play and the lines just completely went out of my head, which, you know, is something that happens now and again. And the only words that came into my head were sheeps and goats. I said sheeps and goats.
Handy.
No, not really. Not in a Shakespearean context. I said those words and then I left the stage. And I left my fellow actor on the stage.
Wait.
Wow.
I know. Don't judge me too harshly. I don't know. I could remember then. You think I'm going to remember them now?
It wasn't like, you know, I love her deeply.
Probably.
It was like
something far more poetic than sheeps and goats. I think Shakespeare came up with something better than that. But yeah, I felt so ashamed about that. But it made me redouble the learning.
See? So it's a good thing in a way.
Exactly.
I learnt my lesson.
A teachable moment, and luckily
that
a long
will not
time
be
ago.
happening in Coriolanus. No sheeps and goats in Coriolanus.
Absolutely not. Now, Tom, I understand that you had to leave the stage in a hurry once in your early days, and I hear you may have taken a little something with you leaving the stage.
Well, what happened was it was close to Christmas, and I was playing in a working men's club in South Wales, coal mining at that time, and a fight broke out. So I mean, people went berserk. So they closed the curtains. Well, on stage they were about to have a raffle, you know, and there were 3 hampers there for Christmas. So I thought, well, let's have a look at this hamper. There was a turkey in there. So I took the turkey and stuck it in the back of the amplifier, stuck it in the back of the thing. And then later on, I couldn't go back to the club. And I said, well, why can't I play that anymore? They said, because you stole a chicken. I said, excuse me, I never stole a chicken. It was a turkey.
See, you can take the boy out of the valley, Sir Tom.
But I was in the valleys at the time. So what are you going to do? No, I did do that, and I apologise.
Oh.
Because I told my wife that I'd won it.
Hopefully it was very tasty.
Exactly.
It was.
Both of these things were a long time ago.
Very long time ago.
I don't know why Will's getting away with not having to confess about
we're
something
having all
naughty
these
he did.
confessions here. Will, anything you want to add?
Yeah, what did you
Say
do?
again?
Anything you want to add to this confessional kind of
We've shared
Did you
our
ever steal
deep,
anything?
dark
Did you ever
secrets.
lift anything?
Did I ever steal something?
Leave someone stranded on stage.
No.
No, he's a good boy.
He's an angel.
He's a good boy.
So there was this one time we were opening up for some artist I don't want to name, the person we were opening up for, and we stole the show.
That's a good one. I gave you that one.
You can see David in Coriolanus at the National Theatre from next month, and you can watch his brilliant performance as Javert in the BBC's production of Les Mis on iPlayer now. So good.
Sadly, truly, that is all we've got time for tonight. We want to say a massive thank you to all of our guests.
Tomorrow I'll be back with Roman, and we'll be joined by Vic Hope and Chiwetel Ejiofor. See you then. Bye-bye.